Also, I don't know what company sent me this. Someone sent me a free code for Dead Island 2. Someone did.
Oh,
The
that's
following,
saved you $100 Canadian.
it sure did. The following opinions are based on someone who got Dead Island 2 for free. Dead Island 2 is a stupid game, and I don't know if that's good or not. The game's tone is wildly stupid. Like, you start the game and its people is trying to escape LA in a cutscene because of a zombie outbreak. It doesn't even say there's a zombie outbreak in LA. It skips that part and goes right to the part where people are trying to escape.
Mm-hmm.
And the dialogue is relatively good, but there are a couple of like zingers that actually land, so that works well. So overall, it's like stupid in a pleasant way, but it's aggressively stupid. And it
Isn't
is
the flavor of Dead Island supposed to be
a
like,
little stupid.
yeah,
Yeah, and it does that.
Zombielandish?
It is also, if you play Dead Island 1, it is Dead Island 1, but in LA. Or sorry, Hell A, as they call it in the game's tutorials.
Okay.
You are walking around grabbing sticks, bats, rakes, kitchen knives, etc., slapping batteries onto them or lighting them on fire, and using pretty good melee combat to dissect a bunch of zombies while you wander around a kind of open area that you could play with multiplayer. Of note, it has the most violent gore I've ever seen in anything in my entire life. When you hit a zombie on any part of their body, they have the layer system, right? Like you would see in Dead Space. But it's not a skin layer. It's once you hit them in the head, you can see the brain inside, and the brain has a physics system, so it jiggles when they move.
A lot of gore
Oh,
talk recently in these
yeah,
games.
a lot. When you stomp on a zombie's chest with a bunch of cutting things, you can see into their rib cage, and each individual lung, heart, esophagus, kidney, etc., will jiggle individually per step. So like it is like when you hit them in the face hard enough, the jaw comes off on one side, and then the jaw moves with physics.
Wow. Okay.
It is wildly violent. Like punching your fist through a zombie's full head actually makes me go, oh, like an old lady level of violence.
Okay.
Combined with a really stupid tone.
So the Dead Island 1 teaser was like the big sell on that game, and
And it was very emotional.
right. And now in 2, I remember the trailer was look at this cool guy dancing his way through the apocalypse,
Which is a lot closer to what that game is actually like.
and then he's just kind of like swagging while killing and then lands
Yeah.
back in his apartment and
The game is trash. It's total schlock, but it's very, very enjoyable schlock. Like actual combat is really satisfying, and the actual story that I engaged with was like actually pretty good and had some good zingers. In particular, there's a weird flex in the game from the cutscene directors. There is a cutscene fairly early on when you arrive at some rich lady's house and they don't want you in because you're bit, but they don't know you're immune, blah, 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 in which somebody threatens you with a gun, right? And goes, don't you come in here, blah, blah, blah. Somebody walks over to them, takes the gun out of their hand, and threatens you with the gun until your character grabs the gun and puts it in their hand and then hands it to a third character who then and it is the gun doesn't clip through anyone's hands, it doesn't snap to anybody, it doesn't do anything weird, and it feels like somebody in the 9 years that got to develop on this said, I'm going to make the fanciest like item passing cutscene ever, because it's super impressive.
nice. I mean,
And it feels out of place.
that bread flex
It
in
feels
Like a
it feels a
Dragon.
lot like the Yakuza bread,
Okay.
or in Last of Us 2, somebody pulls a shirt off over their
Mm-hmm.
head, and it's these little things that everybody will be like, yeah, whatever. It's like, no, no, no,
Mm-hmm.
you don't, no, you don't get it. That's hard. It's really hard, actually.
See, because you can turn on make no 3D object clip with any other object, make every surface impenetrable, and make the interactions try to simulate reality, and then your game will slow down to a non-existent less than 2 frame per second. Fucking,
Yeah.
I just can't, because there's too much going on in a lot of those cases, and fabric is a whole other thing, and yada yada yada. So doing that manually, frame by frame, keyframe by keyframe, bit by bit, is the difficult but best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
It's so. Is the game good? I don't know. Seems like it
Yeah,
might be bad. It seems like it's bad, but I really liked it.
This is the least helpful review of anything you've ever played ever. Just so you know. I don't know. I can't get what you're trying to say, but
Dead Island 2 is the video game equivalent of when you're sitting around and you say, I would like to eat a shitty pizza. Does that like connect with you?
not a street slice of good street slice
No,
quality.
I want, like, sometimes you're like, I would like a shitty pizza. That's the only way I can explain it to you.
Because the times I want shit pizza, what I really want is a street slice that's still good as street food.
Yeah.
You know? But grease it up.
Yeah. That's all I know how to say. Thanks for the free code. Sorry that my end result is describing your game as shitty pizza.
Okay.
Sometimes you want I like, it's
Oh,
weird. Like,
is it like when you want Bell Pro?
yeah.
Specifically?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
exactly
okay.
like
Okay,
that.
yes. Yeah, when you're craving La Belle Province, which is just low quality steamies, low quality hamburgers, low quality fries, but they grease up in a way that
grease it up.
is you grease it up enough that you're like, no, this is
This
not.
is what I want.
It's satisfying. It's ticking a box.
Yeah.
It's not. It is all regret, but it's ticking a box. Yeah. Okay.
Somebody in the chat asks, "What's a steamy?" He means a steamed hot dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have like a really excellent big fucking kosher hot dog, right? But sometimes you're like, I want a fucking 99-cent steamed hot dog on a fucking cold bun. Like, that's what I want. It's shit.
Floating in the fucking water and then tossed onto the same grill that they cooked breakfast on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's a steamed
Okay.
hot dog? It's a hot dog used with steam. Come on.